We want to know how to leave this island. Alright, looks like we have opened. Your home has been moved to the camp. Alright, so now we have. Looks like we have a new home now, I guess. What's up, guys? Black Tiger here, coming to you with some more Lost. Continuing from the last episode when I was struggling on the ship and trying to get past the polar bears. And I just didn't know the strategy to doing it because I'm still fairly new to the game, even though I played the game a while back and started playing it again, but I just didn't. That particular ship was a problem. As you can see on the screen, I'm fighting this big mutated crocodile, right? Crocodile, right? Not alligator, crocodile. Yeah, it's crocodile. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to that ship and finish that mission. This time I have a different strategy, and that strategy is to bring 150 arrows with my arrows to the ship, and that's what I'm going to do. So I pretty much went here and just get crocodile skin so I can craft up shorts and stuff like that, because I need to make sure I have gear, and I keep finding myself running around naked. Every time I get into a fight, I lose all my gear. If I'm fighting the polar bear, if I'm fighting the whoever. All right, so right here, I accidentally went to this battle trial. I didn't mean to go in here. I was curious to see what it was, and I got stuck in here. You can't leave until you're done. So I had to fight all these zombies off. There was so many waves. I didn't know how long it was going to last, and I did not want to come in here because they were going to strip me naked. After I craft up some new gear, so now I'm stripped naked. At this point, I just let them kill me. So I was like, yeah, just go ahead and kill me, because I need to do my mission. I want to focus on getting past the ship. So now we are back at the ship. The strategy I have here is to get rid of all the mutant sailors. That is my strategy here. Get rid of all of them first. Try not to let one fight me at the same time with the polar bear. This way I can focus on the polar bear. So let's get rid of these sailors. And now I can fight the first polar bear. Now my strategy with this one was to make him chase me as far as he can until he turns around and go back to his stationary location. That way I get a couple free shots in at a time, and then I'll have to deal with that. So now, after that, after I killed him, it was pretty much, let's kill the rest of everybody else. Okay, so once I got past those few polar bears and those sailors, I finally made it further down to the back of the ship, and eventually they're going to want me to go into this engine room, but it's still a little trouble down there because there's another polar bear. There's actually 3 more polar bears down there, and this time I'm starting to run out of arrows. I was going to try to fight him a little bit. At this point, I'm just like, look, I can't fight y'all guys. I cannot keep fighting y'all. So the only thing I want to do is get through the quest so they can send me somewhere else. So at this point, I was just going to use up my arrows on this as much as I can. But it reached a point where I ran out of gas. I can't fight this. I can't keep fighting. This is taking up. It's taking up too much time too. It's taking almost 5 minutes to kill a polar bear. So I went ahead, I made the decision. I'm just going to run down there and see if I can get to the spot they want me to get to without having to worry about them. And there's another polar bear right there. But at this point, I ran inside the room. The polar bear did not go into the room, so that helped. So now they're telling me to get there. So now I've completed the mission. Now they want me to escape, and I need to meet up with the captain. So I probably could have came out that door there, and I didn't. for some reason because I wasn't sure. The arrow was directing me somewhere else. So now I'm going to go ahead and try to run away from all these and go upstairs. All right, so now we're going to head to the captain, and we got to persuade the captain to leave. That's our mission now, is get to the back of upper deck, get this captain to leave, and look, when he doesn't leave, look, that's on him. If he does leave, good for him. He needs to go, but now, once again, I have to actually escape the actual ship. So now we can move on from this frustrating, toxic mission. This is a PvP area on top of dealing with the bears and everything else. So let's go. Okay, so now it's taking us to Survival Camp. This is a new location on the map that I'm unfamiliar with at this point of the game. But now it's taking us here, and we're going to run down here to talk to a wise man. A wise man is supposed to give us some information. So let's go down there. And look, it looks like a bunch of open caged areas. So no idea where I'm at right now, but thank you that I got past the ship area. No telling what's ahead of me. If I think that's hard, I just need to make sure I'm upgrading everything, getting all the gear I need. So right now we're talking to the wise man. He's telling us about the cargo. We're asking what to leave the island and all this stuff like that. So now we have moved our island. They moved our island without telling us to survival camp. So our island has been moved to survival camp. We are no longer on the beach. Somebody moved us. I didn't even know that was possible during the survival situation. So now I run into my new location where my base has been moved. Everything seems to be in place, but I do have more space to build in this location. Even inside the base, I can tell you that there is more space in here. Look at this. There was like something in that little corner there, so I have more spaces to put my boxes. There was a location outside that was blocking the far right of my builds. There was something there when it was in the other location. So now I can move stuff around a little bit more up here in this location with my base. But now my focus is okay, I have to upgrade my tent. That's part of the quest now. But now my focus now is I need to upgrade this base because I'm going to be in hostile territory. People are going to be able to raid my base once I open up the certain device. But now I can start a camp. You can start a camp or join the camp, which will consist of four other camps, which will make a completion of 5. So my camp will be my base will be right there in that square, and you can see the 4 other squares. That's where the 4 other teams would be. Well, 4 other players. These are actual players. So instead of like in other games, they'll call it I don't know, they'll call it a legion, or they'll call it a clan. It's called a camp. So you can team up and do all those. So I started a camp. It's called Wildlife, and we're gonna have them fill in those spots eventually. I opened up the application for other members to come and join me. So right now I'm looking for my raft. Okay, I see where my raft is, and I'm looking for the beach. So I ran up north to see what this guy was. It's a camp farmer, contribute material. So I went ahead and gave him some of these copper bricks, and just to contribute some of that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and head to Lab Alpha. That's one of the quests that I've been meaning to do, and that's what those little samples, the little blood samples, and so I gotta meet with this guy. He wants me to give him the exchange for those samples. I don't have them, so I just ran around and check things out a little bit, kill some of these zombies that's in here. Or they call them mutants. I call them zombies. Same difference. Oh, I can't get through that door until I get a password. So obviously I got to finish a quest to do that. So we got to go through here to exit. In the other video, my first video, we actually end up in this location. We were trying to figure out what it was. It actually takes us back to shows. So yeah, I was testing it out. Without there's a giant turtle here. I decided to mess with it with a slingshot. Like I'm David from David and Goliath. Like I'm going to kill this thing. The turtle is Goliath. I'm David. Yeah, it's going to take forever. This, my advice to anybody playing this, that slingshot is not worth anything. So try to fight the turtle or anything large with that. My advice, just kill like little easy mutants with it. So I just had to trick it. It took a little while to kill it because I didn't bring the right weapons once again. So now we're just going to get some loot and we're going to get all this stuff. We actually got this stuff from doing the battle trial. So we won all this stuff. It was something that we earned from doing the battle trial when I accidentally went to the battle trial. So I definitely needed all that. Now I'm going to go back to the lab because I didn't have my samples with me. So now I'm back at the lab. And wait a minute, I need to eat. But I can hear those people here. And I didn't know if he was going to attack me. I accidentally killed the dude. I really should not have killed that dude. I felt bad for him. So I did let him know in the chat that I just felt like y'all were hostiles. And too many people have killed me. So I felt bad. He was already in trouble trying to leave. So at this point, this dude was trying to fight. So I left. It was time for me to leave. All I want to do is finish my quest. I ain't got time for this. You're going to strip me naked. So I'm out. All right. So let's get back to the crib. And then we're going to go back to the lab when them guys leave. So yeah, let's get back to the lab. Let's go ahead and finish that quest off. Give out the samples. And then we can stop it right there. So now that we're back, the guy, I can hear that somebody's in there, but let's go ahead and give them the samples. And we have earned up some more stuff, some spears and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Stuff I can use that I needed for crafting and to earn up. And I did have a blueprint earlier for the down spear, which is stronger than the other. So now I need to move some stuff around because I'm going to build my my crossbow turret, which is the, you know, with zombies or with other players try to raid my base. I'm going to have to craft up quite a few of these when they try to raid my base. These turrets, they automatically will shoot any intruder that comes to the area. So I'm going to put it facing the flag because according to what I read, if you take the flag, you take over somebody's base. So that way, if you're trying to mess with the flag, you're going to have to deal with the turret first. But I need to upgrade my base. Like all the walls, all the floor. I need to do all that. So, but even though I'm still putting this down, I still need to focus on my base because I need to keep it safe. If another player comes over, yeah, I could be in a lot of trouble. And but I just wanted to build this. I've been wanting to build this forever. But with that being built, with this being done, getting past the ship and getting to survival camp and starting and creating my camp to have people join my camp, I'm starting to get somewhere comfortable. Not yet, because there's still a whole lot more to go, a whole lot more stuff to upgrade. But that's going to end this episode of Lost. Episode 3, this will be continued into episode 4, and we'll probably be going to the mountains, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you guys later.